So basically, how do we avoid cyberbullying, or in other words, anti-cyberbullying? What is anti-cyberbullying? Now, how we can take measures to get a hold on something like this is be involved. Make sure you are taking note of the child's behavior and how it's changing. Teachers should get involved, parents should get involved, anyone that's concerned um, with the school system and where kids are doing carrying out these sort of acts. Um, if you have any sort of idea of something that doesn't appear right, as a teacher, as a parent, step up and approach the child. Find out what's happening, why they look like they're withdrawn, or if there's a group of people that's in school, if they're looking like they're targeting one individual or one child. As a teacher and educator, please approach them and find out what's happening, what's the cause, who's involved, what is the reasoning on this, as well as any indication to know that there's some sort of cyberbullying that's going on, and to prevent it is to see how the child or the victim is involved is behaving. So they could be hiding their device, or they could be hiding what they're doing. There could be some sort of emotions being shared, of anger or laughter, or anything of that sort with the device. They could be withdrawn from social interactions or from social get-togethers or gatherings, for the fear of seeing the bully or those involved. Also, any sort of act of being um, not in discussion of the topic. If the child is not wanting to discuss something, or they're quiet, unusual behavior they are showing, that should definitely be some behavior that comes out and shows that something is happening. Also, to report it to the school administrators, whether it be principal, vice principal, guidance counselors, anyone that can be of help. Now, if there's some sort of threats involved by the bully, or there's some sort of physical abuse happening, or verbal abuse, it should be reported to the police even. But it can be avoided if we all get together and understand how we can help the victim. Even online, just to deter the conversation, there can be individuals or friends of that person who's being bullied or as a victim, to change the conversation to something positive, and be talking about all the good things and the good points about this individual and what they're good at, and how kind they are, or being more empathetic. So these are many ways that can be, you know, stopping the cyberbullying from happening, and anti-cyberbullying methods that can be used and put in place. But withdrawals definitely are red flags of a person that's being bullied, and something that they don't want to discuss, or anything that brings on increase or decrease in text messaging, or they're maybe sitting with the device longer than usual, or they're adding new apps or taking out previous ones, and they're not discussing something, or they're not bringing to their parent or teacher's attention what's happening, because they're scared of what's going to happen, or they're going to be targeted even more. So please do keep those things in mind when you are trying to figure out what is it that's affecting the victim, because it's all unusual behavior, and it's not something that they're commonly used to seeing, especially the parents. And parents, I urge you to totally be involved in what your child is watching, what kind of apps they're adding, who they are in contact with, who their friends are, to ask pertinent questions, because it's very important to know who your child is in discussion with, what kind of friends they have, even keeping a document of things that are happening on social media. So, for example, if they have seen, or if you've seen anything that's um, added on any platform, whether it be Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or Twitter, and it's negative or it's humiliating, definitely document it, keep documented information so that you can go back and see the repetitive behavior that's happening, as well as taking pictures of those pages on those platforms, so you can use those as evidence, to say that, you know what, yes, this is happening and there's something that has to be done about it. So that's pretty much what I want to discuss about anti-cyberbullying. And I think that certain measures just have to be taken if there's some sort of action to be taken on this topic and to be dealt with appropriately, because it's not something that should be taken lightly. This is uh, long-term effects on the individual that's being affected, and it's not something that's easy.